Hello, this is Daisy Joy at Adventure Acres, and things are a little bit somber around here. I am sad to report that we have suffered quite a loss here at our farm. We had gone out of state to visit family over the weekend. It was just over a night trip, and my parents had come out and they watered all the animals and everybody was fine. And when we got home on Monday, everything was okay. I went and checked everybody, especially since it had been a very hot day, and so we wanted to make sure everyone had water and was okay and didn't suffer anything from the heat. And everybody was okay. And then yesterday morning happened, and I'm still kind of in shock because it's just such an abstract and really unexpected thing, I guess. Here in Iowa, there have been a lot of issues with a pest known as the buffalo gnat, also known as black flies, and they're this small bug, just a little thing, size of a gnat, and they wiped out over half of my flock of chickens. And they're pestering me even right now, just adding injury to insults. They wiped out over half of my flock. I went from 13 laying hens to 5, and Henry has survived. But that's a pretty big blow. We have to, aside from just dealing with the logistics of it yesterday, it was exhausting yesterday just going around, and we had to, of course, take care of the dead chickens. We had to help the ones that were still alive and take measures. We fortunately, oh gosh, they're just everywhere. Fortunately, I had read somewhere online, someone had shared about measures that they had taken with vanilla treatments, and so I mixed up a batch of of these treatments to spritz the chickens, the survivors, with. Henry was almost blind yesterday. He didn't recognize us. It was maybe one of the saddest parts when I went out to the coop, and normally he does his little I'm the rooster dance, and he's harmless and would not hurt us, but he kind of has to show his strut his stuff and say, hey, I'm in charge here. And so he usually does his little dance, but when I opened the door to the coop, there were 2 dead chickens there in the coop, and he had been bitten around the face so much that his eyes were swollen and he could hardly see, and it was just heartbreaking. And everywhere we looked there was a dead chicken. It was so sad. A lot of the ones that died were our newest flock members that we just raised last year, so that's a pretty big hit. And some of them were our favorites. Phoenix, the chicken that lays the pretty blue eggs, died, and a lot our original flock members. We have no more barred rocks. They're all gone. So that was pretty hard. And my husband wanted to go out and get replacements right away. Oh, we'll get baby chicks, we'll start up again. But I think I'd like a little while to think and just kind of process everything that is going on and grieve a little. They're chickens, but they're my chickens. And we raised them from little peeps, you know, little fluffy peeps that lived in my house for weeks before we brought them outside, and I watched them chase grasshoppers, and it's so sad looking at the chicken coop right now. Oh, go away, bug. Oh. Everybody's so quiet. I didn't really realize how much noise and happy chicken sounds came from the chicken coop until it wasn't there anymore. It was a really great way to start this morning, though, is when I heard Henry crowing and I heard the girls singing their egg song, everybody that was left, because I knew that somebody was still alive this morning. I didn't know if they were going to pull through the night because they were still in pretty rough shape, but they made it through the night and they're still doing well. I give them treats, extra treats today, and checked up on them a lot. These gnats are awful. They're nightmarish. I can't, it's like a plague, you know, it's terrible. There are people who have lost their whole flocks, and as sad as I am to have lost as many as I did, at least I have some left. Seems like kind of pitiful consolation, but now we figure out where to go from here. It's hard. These kind of setbacks are, I mean, because it's not just about the chickens. I love the chickens. They're my pets, you know. I'll a lot of people just look at them as production animals, but we've raised them from babies, and they all have names and personalities that we enjoy, and we watch them out the window daily. We see their little chickeny quirks and their little personalities, and so it's going to be hard that they're gone. And so there's that, but there's also the aspect that this is a financial loss. You know, the investment that we've put into all these chickens to raise them to be producing members of our critter crew, that's all gone because our Australorps, we lost, out of the original 6 Australorps, we have 4 left now, and so, and we haven't even had them a full year now. I think next week it'll be a year. And so, you know, everything that we put into them is now gone with the bugs. And so there's that. And, you know, where we went from having 13 hens to 5, which means that we're going to get a lot fewer eggs, chicken eggs to harvest. Our ducks are at full production, so we're not going to be without eggs. We'll have enough to get by, you know. We've gotten really used to eating a lot of eggs in our diet because, you know, we have that, and so we have our big Friday, Saturday morning, you know, all the kids, like I have a special thing with Little Farmer Boy on Friday mornings where we make eggs, and have a thing on Saturday morning where everybody, we have a big brunch with all the things, and it's just sad. But I came out here this afternoon, and almost overnight I noticed that, you know, my little babies have sprouted, my little seeds. There's loss and there's gain. Such is life on the farm. So yeah, I'll keep you posted as far as what we're going to do next and how things are going to go, and sort of a bummer. Oops, just wanted to touch base. I had written a post on Facebook, but I hadn't done anything on YouTube, so I thought I would do a short video and let you know what's going on. I'm sure I'll have more to talk about later, but for now, I'm catching up because we are behind from yesterday because we had a lot of stuff to deal with. So, this is Daisy, signing off for now.